Yo, what's up, man? I just wanted to remind y'all, hey, these employers, they don't give a fuck about y'all. These employers don't give a fuck about you, dog. You know what they gonna do? They gonna use you up for all your energy, your time, and collect data off of you that they profit off of, that you don't even receive a cut for. You don't get nothing for that. All that data that they're collecting on you to sell to other companies and to use to better their AI systems and things like that, you don't benefit from that at all. And you know what else? You know what else that's crazy? Overemployment is also a scam. Because not overemployment. I meant overtime. Overtime is a scam because you're getting taxed more on the overtime pay. You see what I'm saying? You're getting taxed more on the overtime pay. So let's say you work 50 hours, right? Let's say you put in 50 hours in a week at one job, right? Well, those 10 hours of overtime pay, let's say you're getting paid hourly, right? Those 10 hours of overtime pay is not hidden like what you may have thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably worked overtime and thought, man, this check is gonna be nice, right? And you had a number in your head, but you got that check and you check that pay stub and everything, and you're like, hold up, well, what the this is less than what I thought I was gonna get. And then you see how much they took out of taxes. You see that they increased the tax rate on your ass for working more hours to make the company more rich. It doesn't make sense. Why would I work overtime when time is the most valuable thing? Besides family and stuff like that. Like, why would I go put in overtime at a job? What? That doesn't even make sense, because I'm not getting paid what I should be. You're already being underpaid for regular hours you work. So why the fuck would I go and work overtime and get fucked over even more? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. You're better off working two separate jobs if you're gonna work more than 40 hours a week. You're better off working 40 hours at one job and then working 10, 20, or 30 hours. How many hours you wanna work at the other job? Because then at least you can get the fucking regular hourly pay that you get without the tax rate increasing. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any type of sense for me to stay at one. Oh, and then another thing too, right? When you have one job, especially in this economy, in this job market, you walking on thin ice. I got two jobs. Thank God, I'm blessed. I got two jobs. So if one of them falls off, I got the other one. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing, right? Imagine you work overtime, and then you working all this overtime every week at this one job, right? They fucking you over with the taxes. And then on top of that, you burning yourself out working all these extra hours for a company who is not going to compensate you rightfully, for a company that is not going to reward you for shit. You can go above and beyond for these companies. Be the last one to leave, be the first one to show up, get there early. You get to work, you work. You're not lollygagging, not bullshitting around. You can do all of that and above and still get fired. So imagine you burning yourself out mentally and physically and even spiritually because you're working overtime, and then they fire your ass. Yo, it's a crazy world out here, man. It's a crazy world out here, man. It doesn't make any sense. So I highly recommend nobody works overtime for one job. If you want to work overtime, pick up another job that's got the same hourly wage or more, or maybe just a little less, you know what I'm saying? So at least you can be bringing home more money than you would working overtime at one job. And you can also have that peace of mind knowing that, okay, if let's say I get burnt out, or let's say I get burnt out and I want to quit one job, I can do that because I got the other. Or if I get fired from one job, I got the other one. You see what I'm saying? It's a game. You got to play the game right. The best players come out on top. You can't be a loser. You got to be strategic with this shit, man. I'm telling you, because they real strategic with how they fuck you over. So you got to be real strategic on how to not get fucked over. Because they don't care about you, bro. They don't care about you, dog. That's why they're replacing everybody in all these jobs with AI. So they don't got to deal with paternity leaves. They don't got to deal with sick leaves. They don't got to deal with incompetent workers. They don't got to deal with lazy workers. They don't got to deal with the bullshit, man. That's why. They don't got to pay human beings an hourly wage or a salary. They can just create bots or buy a bunch of bots from another company, train it, have it do what it needs to do, and then the corporation gets what it needs. And that's all they care about. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your issues, your financial problems. They don't care that rent's due and you need your check now, but you got to wait 3 weeks because it's a bi-weekly pay schedule, and the first week is a delay. They don't care about that. The employers, they getting paid every day, but you got to wait on your check. You go to work 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, however fucking much. You putting in 40 plus hours a week at this job, and you gotta wait 2 weeks for your check. They don't care about you, bro. So make sure you're setting yourself up so that you are prepared to be laid off, prepared to be fired, prepared for all the fuck shit that these employers have been on as of lately. And really, I mean, shit, they've been on fuck shit since the beginning, but it's been rampant, man. I mean, it's been absolutely ridiculous these past couple years. I would say, like, just outrageous, though. Rockstar just laid off a bunch of their good workers that have been working on the GTA 6 game for years. Just a year before the game's about to finally release. and then they got rid of all of the union members at Rockstar. Like, y'all don't see what's going on? They got rid of all of the union members at Rockstar, man. They got rid of all of the union members at Rockstar. Ex-Rockstar employees are protesting right now. They've been protesting. There was leaked documents that just came out from Amazon saying that they're going to replace 600,000 jobs with AI. Like, I can't make this stuff up. It's on the internet. You know? I think it was even on the news. I can't make this stuff up, man. They don't care about your well-being at all. They don't care about your physical health. As much as, like, these companies, especially Amazon, as much as these companies want to try and push, oh, we put safety first. That's cap, man. That's cap. I tell you that, bro. I can tell you that from experience. I've worked plenty of jobs, man. I've worked plenty of jobs. Plenty. They be lying, bro. They be straight up lying, man. Flat out fucking lying. And then they laying off people without any, like, no severance package, no nothing, man. They just laying people off with no warning. I see because I'm somebody that observes everything. I see the signs before they start rolling out the layoffs and shit. Like, when I'm, like, working at a specific job or whatever, like, I be knowing, like, I can just tell, like, I'm like, oh yeah, they about to start getting rid of people. I can tell. And then that's when I start preparing myself, just in case. So you do whatever you need to do. If that's, like, if you got to apply for 300 jobs, then you got to apply for 300 jobs a month, man. That's what you got to do. Because if everybody's being laid off, then everybody's applying for jobs. And so you're competing with everybody. And you're not just competing with just entry-level people, like with just people that are only qualified for entry-level positions, but you're also competing with people that are qualified for senior level positions and intermediate level positions. Because even people with master degrees who have years of experience in the field that they specialize in, they're getting laid off as well. And since the job market is so fucked up, they are applying for jobs that are really for people that are less qualified than them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're applying for, I meant to say they're applying for jobs. These people with master degrees, bachelor degrees, and years of experience in the field that they specialize in, they're applying for entry level positions when they just got laid off from a intermediate level position or a senior level position. So that's the state of the job market today. So y'all got to do what y'all got to do to prepare yourselves, man. Real talk. But I'm out. Peace.